Well, this is the 2024 Florida Senior Games. This is kind of the practice before the event started. Lots of people. It's a great outdoor pool, as you can see. And one thing that I realize is there's a lot of people that compete from other states in the Florida Senior Games. So you have good swimmers from around the country that gravitate to Florida in December, and each year they have the state. Here I was trying to do a drone, did a little bit. It didn't work out quite as well as I thought, but it gave you a little bit of a view. This is Mike. We're going to do a testimony of him, and incredible swimmer, great breaststroker. But there's lots of state champions that come in here to Florida. Of course, you've got the men and the women, the different age groups, all 4 strokes, and then you've got the IM, which is doing all 4 at once. So there's if you've seen other videos I've done at the different senior games, you've seen a lot of swimming events. So I didn't put a lot of senior swimming events in this video. Most people have probably seen them, but again, I've said it before that sometimes the person that comes in last in some of these events gets the biggest applause from the crowd. So coming into the senior games, even if you haven't got much experience, there's lots of support, lots of encouragement, and like I say, everybody wants everybody to do well. So it's something that anyone can move into if you're so inclined. Privilege at the 2024 Florida Senior Games swimming to be here with Mike, who has so many world records. I don't think he remembers them all, but Mike is an amazing swimmer. Mike, tell us a little bit about your history in the sport and maybe even something you've overcome. Just give us a brief history.
I started swimming when I was 53 years old. I've been in the water now 32 years. I'm basically an IMer, which means I swim every stroke. And I also hold all of the world records for the breaststroke, all the way up in every age group.
That's amazing. I love it. I love it. Did you swim in college?
I did swim 2 years in college, but then the Army drafted me, and I got on the Army modern pentathlon team, run, ride, swim, shoot, fence.
All be done.
So, and I was the best swimmer on that team. I was the second best runner. I was the best fencer.
Hold it a little bit down.
It was down in San Antonio, Texas for 3 years in the Army.
Wow, wow. We're very similar in age, and so we compete against each other, but you're an amazing swimmer. Have you ever overcome any injuries because of, being fit, because of all your exercise? Have you overcome any injuries or anything over the years? And then being fit has helped you get through it?
Oh, yeah. That's a matter of fact, that's a secret. After you're 50, you really have to go back in the water. I'm primarily, I ran a 405 mile in the Army. And a week later, I was 300 meter swimming national champion. So I can run and swim, which is, no, most triathletes can run but can't swim, or they can swim but can't run.
Right.
So I had the best run swim in the world in 1967.
I love it.
Many years ago.
But you did it. Have you ever done triathlons, which adds the bike?
Did I run track?
No, did you ever ride a bike?
Yes, I ride the bike now, and I would have been very good on the bike, but in my day we didn't bike.
Yeah, the triathlon sport didn't start till really.
Biking is great because it doesn't tear your joints up the way running does. So I bike at least 2 times a week now because it's easier on your joints.
Yeah, and you've traveled around the world as a master swimmer, right?
Yes, I have. I've gone to many world championships. My favorite was 10 years ago, Budapest, Hungary. They had 3 beautiful 50-meter pools, and every day we'd swim in a different pool. And,
Wow.
and I set like 5 world records at that meet in Budapest.
Isn't that something? What would you say to that person on the couch that says, man, I just don't know I could do anything like that?
So
Would you encourage, how would you encourage someone to get involved in swimming?
well, I started swimming when I was 8. I swam 4 or 5 years of age group, and my dad took me to a basketball game when I was in the 7th grade, and some guy jumped up and dunked the ball, and I grabbed my dad's arm and I said, Dad, I just quit swimming. I said, you and Mom won't even come to the meets because it's too hot and chlorine and smelly, and but everybody likes basketball, so I'm going to play basketball. So I went to college on a basketball scholarship. I was state long jump champion. That book, White Men Can't Jump, it's a big lie.
Oh, I tell you, you've done it all. How about any belief system that helps you, any spiritual belief?
With what?
Any spiritual belief that helps you through life? You know, like Bibles? I go to church twice a week, and I have a Discovery Church in Orlando. It's a great big church, and it's non-denominational. I like it. I've always said most of the wars in the history of man have been caused over religion, so non-denominational is the way to go. I also go to Discovery Church.
Oh, do you?
I do, in Winter Garden. Yeah.
So you go at the other location.
I do.
I do Sand Lake location at 9 a.m.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Come on over.
Yeah. Yeah, and I go to their Wednesday Bible
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great church.
Yeah, it's a great church.
And gosh, just
Do you go to the men's breakfast? I've never seen you there.
well, I go to the one in Winter Garden.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but so any other encouragement you'd give to that person out there watching your video? Anything else you'd say to them?
Say that again.
Anything you'd say to that person watching your video? Anything you want to encourage them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just get out there and do it, huh?
Yeah, it's good. You watching that video really helps out. I always say swimming is a zero feedback sport. I can coach myself, but I have to see a film. Or I have somebody on the deck telling me what I'm doing wrong, because you don't know what you're doing wrong in swimming.
Yes.
I can coach myself in running and other sports, but not in swimming.
Yes, that's a good point. That's a good point. Well, God bless. I'm so happy to be able to have interviewed you, and you've got so many things that you've done in your life. It's amazing how you're the example of redefining aging.
Well, yeah, it's been great because I always say at 50, you've got to go back in the water. You came into the world in water and you're going to leave in water, but you might as well do it voluntarily, and you'll get all the benefits of swimming, living a healthier, longer life.
Yes.
And hopefully make a lot of friends along the way.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to say to that?
No, that's it. I got to go swim now. Thank you.
God bless. We want to thank you for watching RedefiningAging.us. I'm John Disterdick, your host. And our goal for the series is pretty simple. We just want to enhance the quality of people's lives. So if you know of an event that you think would be one for good for us to cover, please fill out the form on our website, and not only the event and what it is, where it is, when it is, and if there's a person you know that you think would be a good person for us to do a testimony on in some event, please let us know. And if you want a fuller description of my testimony, you can either go to johndisterdick.com and look under ministry, or you can go here at redefiningaging.us. We appreciate your viewership. God bless, and hope to see you on more shows.